Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Leo October 14, 2024. You'll find it natural to connect with your dreams and ideals today, with the moon in your social sector harmonizing with the sun. You can feel pleasantly motivated by a relationship or particular person in your life who might be encouraging your mind, education, or ideas. But mental intensity is increasing today. You might think more deeply about a matter, trying to make sense of an issue, but you might quickly become obsessed with an idea track. You should use this passion positively by channeling it into an important project. Otherwise, there can be tension as people take things more personally or seriously than usual. With this frame of mind, complex relationship issues or disagreements could seem more challenging. It may reach a point where you realize that a particular preoccupation isn't serving you well. While the extra attention you've been giving others in your life these days is positive and beneficial, if you overdo it, you will fail to fully recognize your own needs and desires. Blurred boundaries might impact your relationships negatively. Concern about your reputation or work can be an issue, and if so, aim to improve vulnerable or problem areas. A sensual and sexual period is upon you. Dazzling Venus, our goddess planet of beauty, attraction, and romance, is swimming in deep seas. She will bring her magnitude to your solar house of intimacy and sexuality. This guarantees super intense, transformative, and deep lovemaking in the days ahead. If you and your significant other have combined assets or investments, they will also likely see some positive news in the weeks to come. You may consider investing in new stocks or cryptocurrency. If the two of you have wanted to apply for a line of credit or mortgage, do so now. An old conversation might come back up today. You might feel differently about this blast from the past when Jupiter retrograde in Gemini sextiles Chiron retrograde in your sign. Someone may say something that triggers your memories of a past professional interaction. A coworker or client could also directly bring up this instance. No matter how it arises, you might be pleasantly surprised by how differently you feel now as opposed to how you felt back in. Take your newfound reaction as a sign that you are healing from previous professional situations. The planets are in a variable position now, producing no small amount of mysteriously steamy heat. In other words, be careful about your aim these days, for you might not have a very clear view of what you want. Instead, look within for direction and listen to your body for important messages. Usually your body tells you what it needs when you care to listen. To tune into your body, be sure to get a workout at least 3 times a week. This agitated period is going to make you feel the negative consequences of having dispersed your energies and been lacking in organization. You will now have to be a little bit more rigorous and coherent in how you manage your professional and effective life. A reorganization is called for. In this inner work, you can expect to encounter some obstacles, slowdowns, and unknowns. This path will be difficult until you see some light at the end of the tunnel, and that's why you have to stop dispersing your energies in sterile conversations and act with precision. 3 days after Jupiter's retrograde shift, Pluto, the planet of change and transformation, turns direct. These significant cosmic shifts occurring within just a few days will alter the dynamics of the entire year across various fronts. With Jupiter in retrograde motion in your communication sector, there is now a focus on revisiting past issues at an important point in the year concerning relationships. Meanwhile, Pluto's direct turn today will remove any impediments to professional progress. Remaining in your career sector for another 5.5 weeks, Pluto will be working diligently to ensure that this time is impactful. While there will be tension between your own and your relationship needs right through until next week's full moon, for now the clash between the asteroid Juno in your relationship sector and Chiron, the planet of healing in Aries that has dominated the week, is running its course. This may have pushed some old buttons and touched some old sore spots, but with massive support from the communication gods to begin the healing process. Our eyes in the sky. We all have those lingering thoughts or situations that seem to occupy a corner of our minds and hearts, those things that take up space without really serving us anymore. Sometimes, it's an old mindset that's been with us for years, or maybe it's a relationship or a job that we've outgrown. Whatever it may be, holding on to these things can prevent us from fully embracing new opportunities and stepping into the person we are meant to become. When we let go, we create space for growth, for new experiences, and for opportunities that align more closely with who we are becoming. Take a moment to reflect. What in your life could you release to make way for something better? Is there something that no longer fits who you are or who you want to be? It could be a belief system that's limiting your potential, or a routine that's become more of a chore than a source of joy. Maybe it's a relationship that feels stagnant, or a job that no longer excites you. Whatever it is, take this as a gentle nudge from the universe. Letting go is not just okay, it's essential for your evolution. By releasing what no longer serves you, you open the door to something that aligns more with your true path. Use this time to reconnect with the core values that define who you are. What are the principles that anchor you, even when everything else feels like it's shifting? This is your opportunity to realign with your inner truth and find strength in what you know to be right. And remember, it's perfectly okay to have moments of doubt. Those moments are often the first steps toward gaining even greater clarity. At the same time, be mindful of the temptations that might pop up during this planetary influence. With Chiron retrograde and Jupiter in Gemini, you could feel drawn to fleeting trends or tempted to indulge in something that offers instant gratification but doesn't hold much long-term value. Whether it's making an impulsive purchase, seeking comfort in distractions, or chasing after a quick fix, these temptations can be alluring, especially when life feels overwhelming or uncertain. But it's important to recognize that these short-term solutions won't bring lasting satisfaction. In fact, they might even leave you feeling emptier than before. Instead, give yourself the gift of stepping back and taking a breather. When was the last time you gave yourself permission to pause? To step away from the busyness of life, even for a few moments? Sometimes, all it takes is a little distance to gain a clearer perspective. A brief break from the noise and stress can help you appreciate what's genuinely good for you and refocus on what truly matters. Have you noticed how much more clarity you have after taking a moment of peace? Sometimes, that simple pause is exactly what we need to reset and regain our sense of direction. The stars are aligning favorably for you in many areas, especially when it comes to financial matters. You're in a strong position right now, with a keen instinct for making profitable decisions. Whether you're negotiating a deal, considering an investment, or simply exploring new opportunities for your financial future, your judgment is sharp, and the universe is supporting your efforts. Just remember, while the opportunities are plentiful, patience is key. Don't feel the need to rush or aim too high too quickly. There's plenty of time to explore your options, and by moving thoughtfully, you'll be in a better position to make the most of what's available to you. Another important area to focus on right now is resolving any outstanding financial matters. If there's a lingering debt that needs to be addressed, a bill to be settled, or loose ends that need to be tied up, now is the perfect time to tackle those tasks. The energy is ripe for positive resolutions, and you're in a strong position to bring things to a close with confidence. Don't hesitate to take the initiative, it will likely lead to favorable outcomes. As you navigate these changes and opportunities, stay open to the flow of life, but remain grounded in what feels right for you. The universe is guiding you towards something better, and by listening to your intuition and trusting the process, you'll find yourself exactly where you need to be.